Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and we are out here talking about how to find the perfect guy to settle down with. And what's your thoughts?
And who will settle with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are that seems like an impossible task that all women are seeking.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, it's not impossible, actually. And I've said this a million times, is that if most women would be more open to dating different types of guys and not being extremely picky, then most women could get a guy to want to be with them easily.
But the problem is women don't want to settle for someone who's not like a really good match, right? So they're like, well, yeah, I could be less picky, but then I'm going to end up dating people who I don't really want to spend my life with.
Well, welcome to the world of a man. This is what we do. Guys, we see, this is what women don't understand. I say this, women need to start dating like men. What men do is we look at a woman, we say, she's good enough. Yeah, she's doable, meaning I will try to make something happen with this woman.
But if you look at a guy and you're like, marriage is not doable with him. I know this already.
But you don't. That's and see the thing is, guys, we'll look at a woman and say, well, we want to have sex with her or whatever. So we'll say we'll get with her to at least have sex. Then after the sex, we'll say, I don't know, maybe yes, no. Now with women, it's not necessarily where you have to have sex with them, but the sex is the type of I'm trying to equate it to a guy having sex with the woman is you at least taking the chance to go out on a date with the guy to feel him out.
Right, but you go on a few dates and you're like, good enough for some dates, but I don't want to waste my time.
No, but I'm saying go on a few dates first. Most women won't even go on the dates.
Right, they'll be super picky up front.
Exactly.
But that's because how much dating can you do in one lifetime? It's
a lot. There's 7 days in a week.
But you want to be picky about it because you only want to do the dates with people that have potential to be what you want.
Right, and guess what? The guys you want, most other women want them. Now,
right, so this is something else that's like a super challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That there are guys, and we've talked about this before, who are in high demand. Right? Like really good quality people, probably good in bed, generally good looking, and maybe even a good life partner.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying this is like an impossible task, because you find one of those guys, and then you're like, well, why doesn't he want to settle with me?
Right.
I like him. He's so perfect for my dream of having a handsome husband and a long life together.
Right.
Why won't he settle with me? That's the question, Mr. Locario.
Because he doesn't have to. This is what I'm trying to see. This is what women want to understand. You have those rare situations where you find a guy who is, he's a good-looking dude, got a good head on his shoulders, and he's a cool guy. And he might be the type of guy that may want to be with one woman if he finds that one girl because that's how he was raised or whatever. But most guys, when a guy knows that he has it, he uses it to his advantage, meaning that
have sex with more women.
Yes, if a guy knows he can have a lot of women who are going to be interested in him, why would he's not going to settle down?
So this is the interesting dynamic between men and women, is settling down for a man, like a good-looking man who has a lot of options. It's not very appealing, generally, for most men.
Right.
Most men would be like, this is awesome. I'm never going to get married. I'm going to have multiple partners.
Right.
And that's the life.
Or what happens is that some of these guys that get in relationships and they're in a monogamous relationship, they just end up cheating on their girl. You know how many guys that I know, guys who are like the tall, good-looking, archetype of a man who has a girlfriend, he's cheating on his girl. usually because he has so many women trying to get at him. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you want that particular guy,
know that there are other women
right?
who will
Know
too.
there's other women that's gonna
And
want
he'll
him.
probably want that
Exactly.
because in general that's what men want.
Right.
And I feel like this is the confusion because women
Well, see,
don't see themselves. They don't see that as the ultimate goal of dating.
right, because
And they're like, well, why wouldn't he just want to marry me? Like, I'm pretty cool. We have a nice time together. I like him. He likes me. What's the problem? And you have to be like, wait, the problem is that he's not a woman.
right. It's kind of
And
like
his ultimate goal in dating, and I'm generalizing, but men generally don't see monogamous commitment as a goal.
right. Well, and again, the ones who do generally are the guys who most women would consider lame, because the reason why he wants the girlfriend or the wife is because he doesn't have as much options as the more desirable guy. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, for a woman, if you, again, we said this before, if you want to have that long-term relationship, it's not that you got to get with some guy you don't like. It's just saying that you have to open up your options more and stop trying to get with that same dude that everybody else is trying to get with, because guess what? He's trying to get with everybody else too in most cases. Don't let him fool, because this is what women think. They'll think, well, if he really loved me, then he would only want to be with me. Love ain't got nothing to do with this. This is pure animalistic.
Right.
What
men want.
Right, exactly. Like we're built.
And it's not even animalistic. It's male
nature.
nature.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it is a reason why, like a guy who women would see as desirable would be able to have sex or deal with a bunch of different women. Those women find out and still deal with him because he's
likable.
Yes, because he's still desirable. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. So if you're trying to get that guy, understand that either A, he's most likely going to cheat on you, or B, you're going to have to share him. Or C, if you get that rare guy, then that's one thing, but it's usually not going to happen.
The rare guy that what?
That won't cheat and who's like the top guy. That's the rare guy. So if you can find him, congratulations. But other than that, it ain't going to happen. But anything else you want to say before we...
No, I guess that's good.
Yeah, so I hope this didn't depress you ladies too much. So, yeah, that's it.
Stay open-minded.
Exactly.